There was another railway across from the mainland. There were engines on that railway. There are a lot of other engines, but the main four engines were Neil, Glenn, an unknown tender engine, and Barry. This unknown tender engine would be ruined to certain engines like Glenn and Neil for being so old. This engine had a similar body like James and a tender like Bloomer. Sometimes the engine was very accident prone and would always make accidents on purpose. Mainly, this tender engine worked at a quarry. But one day, this engine made a mistake that the other engines would never do. One day, the engine was taking a train, a truck of stone, a crane that would smash the stone into little pieces of rock, and a brake van for some workmen. But the engine kept derailing while trying to push the train. So they had to hire new trains to deliver it. And these two new engines were the present to Bill and Ben, but these were the future ones. The past to Bill and Ben were all blue colored before their original color on Sodor. And the past Bill and Ben did an excellent job pushing the train. They did so excellent that instead of giving the rest of the train to the other engine, they decided to let Bill and Ben take the train instead. So Bill and Ben stopped at a siding, and they let the workmen start with the work. The engine was outraged. How can I be replaced by some stupid little engines? Well, that's because you're accident prone. You never do anything right at all, said Barry. Barry's right, said Neil. We might be small engines, but we're stronger, better, and faster than you. The engine was so outraged that he puffed out the sheds, releasing steam. But then, the engine had an idea, but that would all change in the end. The engine hooked up to some fuel tankers. This will get rid of those small engines, snickered the engine. The engine rushed around the bend, trying to find the past Bill and Ben. The engine was determined for revenge. The engine hurried down the tracks as fast as he could. The engine was shocked to see that the fuel tankers had derailed. When the engine realized this, the engine tried its best to break away. But it was too late when Bill heard a big explosion high up in the mountains. What was that, Ben? I don't know, Bill, said Ben, worried. But then high up, Bill could make out a tender up there. I think somebody put fuel tankers up there, and somebody lost their tender. We gotta get out of here. Bill and Ben rushed out the quarry as rocks started crumbling. But then there was trouble as the brake van went sliding down. Bill and Ben knew that they lost some workmen, but they didn't have time to go back for them, or else they would be crushed in rocks. That was a close call, said Bill.